What is going on, everybody? My name is Japes. Welcome back to episode number 12 in my Path to Power. Today we have a Saturday edition, and I am struggling with fitness right now. That's why I'm playing with this team so much. That last game was a wake-up call, which was essentially I either need to get some fitness cards or I need to get some better rotational players and not essentially dig myself a hole to start. And, you want to be able to put your best foot forward in divisions and tournaments. And I was thinking the smart thing to do might be to build a fitness squad to just play a single match and rest my players. Now, of course, you'd be doing this because you want to get the maximum amount of points in seasons to progress. You want to be able to win the tournament without a loss. Otherwise, you obviously wouldn't win the tournament. But I've gone out and I picked up Mr. Cavani, 11,500 coins for the Uruguayan striker from Paris Saint-Germain. And he is going to slot into the team nice and easy. I'll be pairing him with Lacazette this game. Now, I've only played one game with him, so I will refrain from giving a review at this point. I also started going, and I was like, I need attacking midfielders, and I need them badly. So I went out and I spammed a bunch of bids. The gold attacking midfielders from the French League One really are nothing to write home about. Obviously, we're using Ben Yedder as one of them, and the other one is Fekir. And Fekir is actually a decent player. He really, really is. His movement's nice, his ball control is nice, his shooting is debatable, and his passing is also debatable. But as far as Silver's go, he does feel nice on the ball. Now, I went out and I picked up a bronze pack because I was hoping to pick up a few fitness cards in here, maybe a healing, something that I could sell on and feel good about. But I ended up just switching out my jerseys and not too much. Many of you guys will know the bronze pack method. Some of you guys will not. Basically what it is you go out and you buy non-rare bronze packs, 400 coins, and you sell the contents of the pack on for what turns out to be more than 400 coins. Because if you sell 4 items in that pack, you will, or it's even 3 items, isn't it? 3, 4, 50. Well, essentially 3 items in the pack, you will at least get your money back. You sell 4 items, you start to make a profit. So if you get a healing and stuff, they go for a little bit more as well. And I think the fitness cards you'll be looking at selling every time. Some of the kits are nice, and sometimes the players that are of decent pace will sell on for a little bit more than you'd expect as well. So if you're just feeling like trolling around and opening a few packs, but you don't really want to waste loads of coins, you can open those bronze packs. But be careful, because opening packs is kind of like an addiction. And once you start with the bronze ones, you're only going to step on up and want to open bigger and better packs. So I would advise caution with that method of making coins. We're into the final, though, of the Champion Shield. I always want to call it a Gold Cup. I guess that's my foot nostalgia, if you will. And we are coming up against Luxembourg FC. And this team I saw, and I died a little inside, and then I cried a little more. And it's just a moment of silence for the first just truly disgustingly sweaty looking team that we come up against. But actually, I didn't find it to be a massive problem. I was able to boss the midfield possession really, really quite easily. And I think he was playing on defensive or ultra defensive, even counterattack. And it was just giving me acres and acres of space where I could eventually get one-on-one opportunities with my strikers against his center backs. And if you do it enough, you're going to get a good chance on goal, just like that Lacazette. I'm going to watch the replay back here with you guys, because if you're struggling finishing in these one-on-one situations, this is all you have to do. It is very, very simple, and once you get in the habit of it, you're going to be scoring goals easy peasy, and they're going to come in mass quantities. You're going to watch as I'm through here on goal, right as the keeper comes out, just a quick step over to the side and then finesse to the near post. It works 10 times out of 10 if your player has at least a 4-star weak foot, if you're using his weak foot side. Obviously, if you're on his preferred foot, it's going to be even easier to pull that off. Now, off of kickoff here, he took a little bit of time, and he decided to play around with it, I guess, a little bit. He wanted to get sprint dribbles in, but we managed to take it away right back. Lacazette finds Cavani, and that was not enough to get me in on 3. Now, Cavani is not as pacey as you might like. Now, I think he'd be better if I got a hot chemistry style on him, but with how important pace seems to be this year, I don't really see Cavani going up that much in price, and it really hurts him that he's only got the 3-star skills, because a slow-ish striker with 3-star skills really just isn't a great combination. Now, that's not to say that he's not going to work out in this team or score some great goals for me in the future, because he does have quick, creative players around him that'll be able to set him free. But like, if that had been Lacazette right there, he would have been in on goal, no problem. And Lacazette is like, whatever, Cavani, I'll just show you how to do this myself. No worries there. 2-0, and that was more or less almost back-to-back. I just wanted to show you guys the whole sequence because I don't usually do that from or between goals, and I figured, hey, these two aren't that far apart. I'll let you guys see exactly what some of the chances look like. A little bit of fortune on the missed pass to Cavani to get it back right away. But that is Lacazette, 2-0, and he is trying to work it out of the back. But you can see he doesn't really have and that wasn't a great pass, but he doesn't really have many options up front. He's not playing enough of a counterattack to really make the most of it. Fekir, and he's just backing off, knowing that I'm going to skill and trying to guess what I'm going to do, and he guesses wrong right there. Fekir slides it past the keeper, nice and easy. That's what I'm saying. He's got really nice ball control. His pace is decent enough, and I think he's actually an okay option as an attacking midfielder in the French League One. I was doing a bit of reading up on this man, and he is indeed has the Algerian descent, but he also scored a few goals a couple weekends ago, so there's the chance for an inform, which means that he's playing. So if he does get an inform this year, that would be a very, very good card to pick up as an attacking midfielder for the French League One. It was only a matter of time before I made a defensive error against Emenike and Doumbia, who can punish you oh so easily for one wrong step. And yes, he's using Emenike and Doumbia up front. And to be honest, Doumbia is probably in my he's probably in my top 5 most scary strikers to come up against this year, because he's just like, I've even struggled against like 6 chem Doombias. They just run by you, and there's really not much you can do. He's a decently sized guy, and he's got quality finishing to go along with it. And not to mention the over 90 pace, which, as I've said, pace is really, really strong this year. But really cool animations winning the cup here. I wanted to talk about OP players. I've been seeing a lot of talks about, or it's been asked a lot of times, Japes, who are the OP players this year? And when I think of OP, which stands for overpowered, of course, you're going to be looking at players that really aren't that great, maybe in real life, but on FIFA are like cult heroes, are like absolutely amazing. And I think there are loads of them this year. And to be completely honest, at this point, it's really just the pacey players. And so to me that says, okay, these guys can I guess be classified as OP players, but realistically pace is just maybe a little bit OP. And that's not to say that pace in real life isn't super important, because it most definitely is. It can be an unbelievable weapon, and that's why coaches and managers, and they'll say, you can't teach pace. You can do things to maybe improve it a little bit, but for the most part, it's just not something that you can teach. So we open our free pack after winning the Gold Cup, or the Champion Shield. Absolute steaming pile of mediocrity. Nothing that we really want to get. So I'm going to be selling what I can on keeping the contracts, keeping the fitness, because they will help me out. But other than that, guys, that's going to be the end of this episode. I want to thank you all very much for tuning in. If you did enjoy it, a thumbs up is greatly appreciated. Other than that, my name is Japes, and I will catch you all next time.